Everybody, John 12 back here again with another video, and today I bring you some more Supergirl news. Yes, of course, Supergirl, along with Titans and possibly other multiple CW TV shows, is one of the biggest DC TV stuff to come out for the later half of this year, of course, and we've got finally some new breaking news involving the show itself. Of course, we got some multiple new images of the show. Of course, we got some information on when the show is going to be premiering, what characters are going to have, and of course we got an official synopsis of the show itself. Now let's just start off with the synopsis itself, so you guys know what Supergirl is going to be all about, especially for those of you who are not specifically Supergirl fans. And of course, if you don't know who Supergirl is, she's essentially a Kryptonian like Superman, and of course her name is Kara Zor-El, and of course she is Superman's cousin, and she dons the mantle of Supergirl once, Superman, becomes famous and blah blah blah, all that other good nonsense stuff. But nonetheless, let's just get right into the official synopsis of the actual show itself. Supergirl is an action-adventure drama based on the DC Comics character Kara Zor-El, who's played by Melissa Benoist, of course, and Superman's, aka Kal-El, cousin, who, ironically enough, we still don't know if he's going to be a part of the show. I just wanted to mention this real quick. Will Superman be part of the show? And did they cast a Superman? That's an interesting topic. But, who after 12 years of keeping her powers a secret on Earth, decides to finally embrace her superhuman abilities and be the hero she was always meant to be. 12-year-old Kara escaped the doomed planet Krypton with her parents' help at the same time as the infant Kal-El. Just for a second there, isn't it kind of weird how Kryptonian biology is so much odder and crazier? She's 12 years old when she leaves the fucking planet. He's a baby. How is it possible that in the comic books he looks older than her? I just never understood that. I'm just saying, I know it's a rant, but it's like the Kryptonian biology doesn't make any sense. Then again, it doesn't need to make sense. It's comic books, folks. It's comic books. Nonetheless, of course, protected and raised on Earth by her foster family, the Danvers, Kara grew up in the shadow of her foster sister, Alex, and learned to conceal the phenomenal power she shares with her famous cousin, in order to keep her identity a secret. Years later, at 24, Kara lives in National City, assisting media mogul and fierce taskmaster Cat Grant, who's being played by Callista Flockhart, if I'm saying that correctly, who just hired the Daily Planet's former photographer James Olsen as her new art director. However, that's interesting, new art director. However, Kara's days of keeping her talents a secret are over when Hank Henshaw, head of a super-secret agency where her sister also works, enlists her to help them protect the citizens of National City from sinister threats. Though Kara will need to find a way to manage her newfound empowerment with her very human relationships, her heart soars as she takes to the skies as Supergirl to fight crime. And of course, this show is being created and done by Greg Berlanti and the rest of the Berlanti Productions, who are obviously involved with, the other CW awesomeness shows like Flash and Arrow. Nonetheless, that's pretty much the official synopsis of the show itself. And Supergirl will be aired on CBS on Monday nights at 8 to 9 p.m. And it will be starting off in November. This November, that's pretty interesting. Well, I guess that makes sense. I mean, we did hear that Supergirl and Titans will be premiering in the fall of this year, more than likely, or the pilots will be premiering. Of course, we still have yet to hear any word on whether or not these shows have been, gone to series. I think Supergirl has gone to series. I don't know. It's very interesting. I haven't really done that much research on these two shows, mostly due to the fact that, I want to know more about Titans, and we have no idea what the heck Titans all about. And now, just on a quick side note, I think Titans rechanged their title of the show, where they changed it to freaking Blackbirds or something. I don't know what the heck's going on. We need some more information on Titans. Who's with me with wanting to know information on Titans? I'm just saying, the fall, summer is already here. Fall's gonna be around the corner. We need to know some freaking information, who's gonna be Nightwing, most importantly. Who's gonna be Raven and Starfire? who's directing this shit, I just need to know already. This is getting insane. But nonetheless, the synopsis of the show sounds pretty interesting. I find it very odd that how they're going to try and incorporate this entire origin story. Granted, it's not impossible. I mean, they did it on Smallville, so I can find it very logical they can do it maybe a little bit better in this show. And also, Melissa Benoist is pretty awesome, and I think I already gave my synopsis, my 2 cents on how she looks in the Supergirl suit, of course. And if you haven't seen that, go to my channel to check out my breakdown of the suit. But, yeah, the official synopsis sounds accurate. It sounds pretty interesting. I find it kind of weird how, like, this show is going to incorporate the fact that Superman exists without actually showing him. That's the real weird thing, because, based off the image that we have of Cat Grant, it makes it feel like Supergirl is, like, the main hero of this specific city / universe, which I guess makes sense, because in the DC universe, there's multiple cities with multiple superheroes. Like Gotham has Batman, Central City has the Flash, freaking Metropolis has Superman, so on and so forth. So I understand it. It makes sense, but I don't know. It's like, with Superman existing, how do you just not acknowledge him if he exists? And what is he exactly doing? Like, is he traveling through space? Is he becoming Superman Prime? Is he did he die? Is he up in the Watchtower with the rest of the Justice League? What the heck is he doing? That's what I want to know. Granted, this is a national city. This is not Metropolis. So this is not technically set in the actual city that Superman lives. So, yeah, I guess it makes a little bit more sense that it makes more or less sense that she would be the main hero and focus of the show if it's a completely different city across from Metropolis. And the other real weird thing is that they have Jimmy Olsen. That's also kind of odd, because Jimmy Olsen is also a staple with the Superman universe. But I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with that. And I also kind of find it funny that they got Cat Grant. I thought that was also kind of funny. How is she gonna play into all of this? Because in the comic book, she's kind of like a third wheel to Clark and Lois. So I don't know if she's gonna have are they gonna incorporate that into this show, or are they gonna have her be against Supergirl? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But based off the images of the actual show itself, it looks pretty awesome. There's a specific image, of course, of Melissa as Kara, and of course we have our Jimmy Olsen, if you will. Which, I don't know. The weird thing about characters like this is that, people like to change them to give a more diverse kind of feel to them, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but because Jimmy Olsen is so iconic of a Superman character, I expected him to be like the comic book version. I wanted to see this, this futzing little Superman fanboy-esque, ginger kid, but it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal breaker, if you will. And of course, the image of Cat Grant, you get multiple screens behind her with, Kara as Supergirl in the background. You can't really tell. It's a little blurry with the lights and highlights and shit, but you can see on the screens it says #Supergirl, which I thought was funny. Nonetheless, this show seems pretty interesting. It comes out in November, and of course will be airing on CBS, and of course on Monday nights at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. So of course, hope you guys check it out. I definitely am going to be checking it out. I don't know if it's going to be amazing like The Flash, but if the same people who are working on that show are working on this one, then I have high hopes for it. But overall, I just have to wait to see the pilot to really get the full extent of what this whole universe and this whole TV show has, to give to me. And of course, on top of that, I also really want to know if it's going to be having any sort of connection to the Flash and, Arrowverse, because there's been a lot of comments going around that allegedly the TV universes might be connecting very soon. So if this show proves to be awesome, and they have an open door to do some shit, I like to see some connecting going on, so that's just me. Also, let me know what you think about that. And of course, I want to know some more tie-in stuff. Who the hell else wants to know some more tie-in? I mean, this is cool, Supergirl, yeah, awesome. She looks cool. Melissa Benoist looks like she's gonna kill it. Okay, great. Awesome. But I want to see some freaking Nightwing already. Who's with me? Anyways, comment below. Let me know what you personally think about all this Supergirl awesomeness. What do you think about the time slot? What do you think about the official synopsis? What do you think about the actors and their character portrayals? Just let me know about all things Supergirl in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already. Hope you guys enjoyed. This has been John 12.